another episode of 15 Minutes of Friesen. Got some special songs for you all this time around. Just to let you know, I am open to requests and suggestions. After the first episode, Brian Pierce requested this song, so Brian, this one's for you. She came to me, said she knew me, said she'd known me a long time. And she spoke of being in love with every mountain she had climbed. And she talked of trails she walked up far above the timberline. From that night on, I knew I'd write songs with Carolina in the pines. There's a new moon on the 14th, first quarter the 21st, and the full moon in the last week brings a fullness to this earth. There's no guesswork in the clockwork of the world's heart or mind. There are nights I only feel right with Carolina in the pines. When the frost shows on the windows and the wood stove smokes and glows, as the fire grows, we will warm our souls, watching rainbows in the coals. And we'll talk of trails we walked up far above the timberline. There are nights I only feel right with Carolina in the pines. Oh, there are nights I only feel right with Carolina in the pines. Well, thank you for requesting that song, Brian. It's a great one written by Michael Martin Murphey. Now, I've been working on a new album for about a year. It's Green Flamingos, but not really. It's me solo doing all of the vocals, all of the instrumentation. It's called One Leg Volume 1. You see, when Green Flamingos get into the studio for recording or rehearsal, a lot of times we find songs that just don't quite fit with the rest of the band. So we still like to mess around with them, and Bobby J's been working on a bunch, Steven's been working on a bunch, and I've worked on quite a few, enough to put an album together. And it's each of us standing on one leg, doing our own stuff for our own solo albums, and we're still releasing it under Green Flamingos, but be sure to check that out. It's at greenflamingos.com. You can get a digital copy. This is the last track on that album. It's called Fight. I can see it on your face. You're looking through me like a window, like 1,000 times before. It feels so cold, like the middle of the night in a chasm where the wind blows. It wasn't always like that, but something changed. Whoa, baby, what we gonna do? I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna fight, but I leave it up to you to make it right. Let's make it right this time, because I don't wanna fight with anyone else but you. In a far and distant night, the secret flowing like the red wine, I remember what you said so long ago. You'd rather travel down the road paved with thorns with your true love than to feel the soft kiss of a dead rose. Whoa, baby, what we gonna do? I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna fight, but I leave it up to you to make it right. Let's make it right this time, because I don't wanna fight with anyone else but you. I can see it on your face. You're looking at me like a scarecrow. I'm not going anywhere, you ought to know. Whoa, baby, what we gonna do? I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna fight, but I leave it up to you to make it right. Let's make it right this time, because I don't wanna fight with anyone else. I don't wanna fight with anyone else. I don't wanna fight with anyone else but you. Be sure to check that one out on greenflamingos.com with One Leg Volume 1. Another one from that album is song I discovered that reminds me a lot of growing up. You know, back when I lived in Wichita, my folks, they called their house the Bed and Bluegrass Inn. So a lot of times when bands and artists, mostly bluegrass, were traveling through town, they'd stop and stay at our house. And this song is about, living in other people's homes and just kind of moving around. On the album, I have a special guest. My old cohort, Ranger Stan Greer from Clearwater, Kansas, was nice enough to join me for the mandolin. Of course, he's not here with me today, unfortunately, but you can just imagine that it's there. This song is called Borrowed Rooms and Old Wood Floors. Fraternity brother in Mississippi, old high school friend in Kansas City. The only thing that we have left to talk about are faded memories. I don't sleep at all, or sleep too much. I can't sleep through a crying baby or a garbage truck. There's a note out on the counter saying help yourself to anything that you please. In borrowed rooms and old wood floors, I lay me down at night. You don't ask where home is anymore. It's just borrowed rooms and old wood floors. The shower's hot, I hope it lasts. My hair is getting longer down my back, and I lean under the water, close my eyes, and let it wash me clean. I live in other people's homes. I finish off a pot of coffee when it's cold. But my mother taught me right, always write a thank you note and strip the sheets. In borrowed rooms and old wood floors, lay me down at night. You don't ask where home is anymore. It's just borrowed rooms and old wood floors. Was it this cold last year? I can't remember. The leaves are turning early for September. I wish that I could stick around. Another drive, another show, another stranger's house. In borrowed rooms and old wood floors, I lay me down at night. You don't ask where home is anymore. It's just borrowed rooms and old wood floors. Borrowed rooms and old wood floors. Speaking of growing up, and yes, I have a little bit, this weather what we've been having out here in Kansas the last week has been just beautiful. Other than the pouring rain we had that caused me to be living in the middle of a lake, all this warm weather, been getting outside and walking around and just enjoying nature, but it reminds me of back when I was a kid and I get to go outside and play baseball. Now, I love playing baseball. I am terrible at playing baseball, but I still enjoy it. And when I was a kid, I'd go out and play with all the other kids. They'd put me way off in the field somewhere where I was out of the way, wasn't going to cause problems, wasn't going to mess things up. So usually I stood out there all alone, out in right field. Saturday summers, when I was a kid, we'd run to the schoolyard, and here's what we did. We'd pick out the captains, and we'd choose up the teams. It was always a measure of my self-esteem, because the fastest and strongest played shortstop and first. The last ones they picked were the worst. Well, I never needed to ask, it was sealed. I just took up my place in right field. Out in right field, it's easy, you can be awkward and you can be slow. That's why I'm here in right field, just watching the dandelions grow. Playing right field can be lonely and dull. Little leagues never have lefties that pull, but I dream of the day they'd hit one my way. They never did, but still I would pray that I'd make a fantastic catch on the run and not lose the ball in the sun. And then I'd awake from this long reverie, and I'd pray that the ball never came out to me here in right field. It's easy, you know, you can be awkward and you can be slow. That's why I'm here in right field, watching the dandelions grow. Take me out to the ball game. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Oh. Off in the distance, the game's dragging on. There's strikes on the batter, some runners are on. I don't know the inning, I've forgotten the score. The whole team is yelling, but I don't know what for. Suddenly everyone's looking at me. My mind has been wandering, what could it be? Well, they point to the sky and I look up above, and a baseball falls into my glove. Out in right field, it's important, you know. You gotta know how to catch, and you gotta know how to throw. That's why I'm here in right field, watching the dandelions grow. Well, I hope you've enjoyed another episode of 15 Minutes of Friesen. Be sure to check us out on greenflamingos.com for the new album, One Leg Volume 1. Like us on Facebook, check out our YouTube page, see if you can find anything there that you like. I hope you've had fun. Hope you have a great week. God bless, and see you next time.